The other thing that you would want to make sure that you at least have a template or something for is resolutions from your board of directors for your corps and for your incs. Now, why does this become important? In the very beginning, we talked about how, and I mean beginning, like when I first started the show, we talked about how much incs and corps require formalities that LLCs don't. So for incs and corps, if you are, for example, taking a loan from a bank or you're taking on partners, you have to pass resolutions from the shareholders or maybe the board of directors, depending on what your bylaw says, to show that the company is in agreement with this. So for example, last week and this week, I'm in the middle of doing 3 business purchases right now for my law firm. I'm doing business purchases. All of them, I write resolutions from the sellers of the companies that say, we met, we agree, this is the purchase price, it's the best interest of the company to do this because that is what is required. So that is just on the purchase side that I'm doing right now. But if you're taking, for example, a loan out from the SBA, it is better to CYA, cover your ASS, to make sure that you have all these resolutions that are, especially if you're multiple owners, that show that the company is not doing something that it's not supposed to be doing. It's very, very important that you at least get in the habit of saying, hey, we're making a really big decision here. Let's call a meeting. Let's vote on it. Let's make sure that we have our resolution signed and we put it in our corporate package book. And then we have everything. We have all our ducks in a row. And again, in the same vein of doing retroactive documents, I've had to go back and memorialize some of the meetings that some companies have had like 10 years ago, because they didn't put together their resolutions. Now, I'm kind of iffy of sometimes I'll talk to the company and I'll say, no, I can't do that. But I'd have to be sure that that's what they meant. So for example, sometimes they'll have it in an email, but they don't have it in a resolution form. So like I have to make sure that I see that there's evidence that everyone agreed. And when I have that, then I can go back and do some sort of resolution that's signed. But if you're just coming to me as an individual shareholder and say, no, we agreed on it, I don't know about that. I might have to ask everyone else. So, right. This is a way to make sure that everyone is on the same page.
The content on Minding Your Business is for informational and educational purposes only and should not be construed as specific legal advice. This show discusses general legal issues affecting business owners. Opinions of the guests are not necessarily that of the show. If you need assistance with your specific legal issue, please consult with a licensed attorney.